Good Sunday evening, 521. I hope everybody had a great week. And it's amazing. It's the start of week 8. And before I get into the week 8 information, just want to talk a little bit about week 7. First of all, the discussion post, there was so much good sharing of resources. It really was a robust week for discussion questions. You guys did a great job, and really the interaction, the back and forth, and how you're sharing resources and then asking questions and pushing each other. It's amazing, and that really is a testament to you guys as professionals. I did do some grading of the discussion posts for week 7. And so if you had yours done, the grades in there, I looked through the 3-day lesson plans, and really it was a quick look. So I didn't grade them yet, but they should be graded in the next few days. But what I saw looked awesome. And so be looking for those grades fairly soon to come in there. And then just a note on the ePortfolio. It's due Friday, the 1st, and I will try to have them all graded by Saturday. So that's a quick turnaround for that project because the course has to be finalized by Sunday. But let's jump into week 8. Final quote for the course: what keeps you going isn't some fine destination, but just the road you're on and the fact that you know how to drive. And I like this quote a lot. It's from Animal Dreams, which I have not read, but it's simplistic, right? You're just on a road and you know how to drive. And sometimes showing up and just doing your best to teach and empower students is really what it's all about. I find myself very lucky to be a part of this course with you guys. You guys have definitely done a lot of work and really been working towards this final week. And I think you're all blessed with the gift of teaching from what I can tell from your work and from your posts. And so you're definitely the people around you are lucky to have you. So week 8, we're wrapping up by focusing on your ePortfolio, summing up the course in general, and reflecting on your learning. That's really the focus of this week. We'll look at some AT tools within the classroom. We'll evaluate some AT tools on the AT continuum, how those tools can also help at-risk groups, EL, low income, special ed, all those high-risk groups, and then any ethical concerns around access to those AT tools. And then finally, we close up the course by looking at UDL concepts in relation to student abilities. There is no content assigned for this week. The main focus is finishing up that ePortfolio, so you definitely have a lot more time to focus on that. You do have one discussion board question, and it's a reflection. So reflect on everything you've discussed over this course. If your principal or anyone asks you to describe what you learned in the class, how would you respond using specific terms, strategies, being detailed? And then if you got pressed further about specific changes based on your understanding, what changes would you be? So it's a little bit different this week. Remember, you have to do your initial by Wednesday and your 2 peer responses by Friday. So the course ends Friday, so make sure you get that in. Really, that reflection and your ePortfolio are it for the week. Even if I pop over to week 8 page, it's very similar. There's not a lot of content there. I do want to pop in and talk just a little bit about the ePortfolio. I've had a couple questions coming in through the last couple weeks on this, but once again, here is your instructions in your grading rubric. If you have any questions about even how it looks or the formatting, please ask early in the week, Monday, Tuesday of the week. That way I can get you that answer and give you enough time to finish it up by Friday, because it is due Friday. So these are all the requirements, different things from all the different weeks, sub pages. And then, this really does detail exactly what you need throughout. And let me just scroll back up here. So your requirements. So there are 14 sections in total. That includes your subsections. You need 3 resources for each section. Links. If you're linking to things, a lot of times it's even better in the Google site. You can just embed it. So if it's a YouTube video or a Google Doc or a Google Slide or Google Sheets, just embed that right in the web page. It's so much easier that someone doesn't have to link outside of your page. And then real quick here, this is what I was looking for. I thought it was up higher. 1 to 2 sentence description for each section of the ePortfolio. You don't necessarily need a description for the subsection if your description of the section includes that. But if it doesn't, if it needs to be stated out, then go ahead and do that. And then your collaboration plan, how are you going to share this and use it, and that sort of thing. And so really, this should go out saying spelling errors, syntax, APA format as best as possible within a web page. And then your rubric. And so the rubric is a pretty big one, and it really does go through. And you know, if you just come down here and pick on organization, right? Well organized, easy to navigate, minimal spelling errors, follows APA formatting, demonstrates people first language. You know, so you can just go right through that rubric. And if you need to go back and review it, in the submission section, there is the video that I made. It's about a 10-minute video on how to use Google Sites. If you need any clarification on the tech side of Google Sites, shoot me an email or a text and I'll try to answer that as best I can. Other than that, this is the last video overview for this course. Once again, you guys have been amazing this course, and you know, thank you for your sharing and reflection and all your hard work. Have a great week.